Welcome back to the Brown Brothers Pod, episode number 4. And today we are diving into Formula One. So, this year has probably been one of the most exciting years because there's been an entire reset to all the different rules and regulations that the cars and the manufacturers have been forced to do by the FIA. There's a bunch of new regulations. There's a bunch of new teams that have been added on. There's 22 racers on the grid, and there's an American team other than Haas on the grid as Cadillac, and we have the old team that Mr. Vijay Mallya once had, which is Force India, which is now Aston Martin, and with a brand new designer, which is legendary, and he is on board with them. So, segment number one, let's talk about the new era of Formula One. Last era was the groundbreaking floor era, like it was kind of something that was totally dominated by Red Bull. Then after that, McLaren came strong in the last 2 years, and this year it's a reset. And it seems like right now Mercedes is way ahead of the pack. All the other teams are playing catch up. Red Bull, Mercedes, Ferrari. There have been a couple of surprise packages. Alpine is right up there. Red Bull, Cash App. I don't know what other names they have added to their team this year. Is VCarb is the other one, I think, is right up there too. And surprisingly, Audi is doing good too. Aston Martin is struggling. Cadillac is struggling. They almost had a point, but due to some penalties and all the confusion that happened in the last Grand Prix, they missed out on points. So my favorite team, any guesses, Alan?
Ronaldo
It's the same shade, but Ronaldo is not a favorite
might
team.
be Mahindra Suzuki.
Mahindra or Suzuki?
Both.
Both. No, very close, very close.
Is it Ferrari?
Yes, how did you guess that?
Just thought.
Oh, wow. You're so intelligent. Yes, I am a Ferrari fan, a die-hard Ferrari fan at it. Since I was a little kid, I think one of the sports person that I idolized as a kid was Michael Schumacher. I think Ferrari was going through a phase where they were just dominating the sport, and I remember watching Michael Schumacher race Mika Hakkinen in the McLaren Mercedes. There were a couple of seasons where they had a rocket of a car, and the battles on track and off track too were just scintillating to watch. I think watching F1 was and my love for cars just had a huge impact on my life. And I think watching Ferrari was probably hands down one of my favorite things to do on the weekend. It's unfortunate that they haven't won or had a strong package for a long time, but I think that's down basically to these eras of hybrid engines and stuff like that. If you had a naturally aspirated pure V8 or V10s, which I'm hoping they go back to, Ferrari will be back on top. None of this environmentally friendly nonsense stuff, which it's Formula One is the pinnacle of motorsport racing. If everything is gonna be, you know, try to make people happy and to get a couple of more sponsorships and just to please people, I think it's not going to go anywhere. The amount of logistics that's involved in getting teams from one part of the world to another takes a lot of effort and carbon footprint or not. Everybody's watching the sport for fast cars, not for slower cars. And it's kind of sad to see that with years gone by, the cars are not going faster. So I'm hoping for
Definitely
some
not
changes
Ferrari
in the future.
strategy is the problem.
Not, you mean Ferrari strategies? No, man.
Yeah.
Those guys are those guys are genius. It's the problem is the language. They don't understand each other, so they get confused. Okay? Don't talk crap about Ferrari strategy. Lewis Hamilton just won the last Grand Prix.
Then the next Grand Prix, we saw what happened.
Listen, man, with Kim by his side, anything is possible.
Yeah.
became possible.
Two curses removes all curses.
Yes, Forza Ferrari, Forza Italia. Okay, so let's move into segment number two. What do you think is the new team's arrivals, Cadillac and Audi, bring to Formula One?
I don't think they've told Cadillac they are in Formula One yet. They are not doing anything. Cadillac is just chilling. They're driving their normal Cadillac cars on the road. No points, no nothing. There's no point of talking about Cadillac.
What
Audi, on the
about
other
what
side,
what about Cadillac's two drivers? They have Hulkenberg, the
yeah,
Hulk,
yeah,
and Gabriel Bortoleto
yeah,
from
who have
Brazil.
not done anything. They've got 0 points, not done anything. Might as well not even race. They are in the same level as Lance Stroll, so it's like you can see it doesn't matter.
Actually, I totally screwed that up. Cadillac's driver is Valtteri
Perez,
Bottas and Sergio Perez.
Perez, yeah.
Viva
Hülkenberg is
Mexico!
Audi. Yeah, is Hülkenberg is Audi.
Yeah, Hulkenberg and Bortoleto both are Audi, not.
Yeah,
But I guess that shows how irrelevant both the teams have been.
yeah, yeah. It doesn't matter really. It's cool that they are big names and they are in the Formula One, but I don't think it matters. They've not
Hmm.
shown anything. Yeah, whenever, especially with the teams they have and the drivers they have, you expect more at least.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, they've not done anything, so doesn't matter.
yeah. Well, I hope they have more promising output to the remainder of the races, and hopefully they don't live up to your expectations, and they might get some points and do well. One of the races that you might have like a wild race where you have rain and you have a couple of disqualifications or people retire and they might get some points.
Yeah,
So, what do you think about Verstappen? Verstappen and Red Bull. He seems frustrated. He seems like he wants out from there.
yeah. It's an interesting year. It's like one of the only years you can see he can't dominate. Like he cannot physically dominate the season. Uh,
Hmm.
Even till last year, it almost felt like he could. It was almost there. It kind of came down to the wire. So it's weird seeing him now just be in the back and like try and fight his way. So I'm not sure. I mean, someone will maybe have to fact check me on this, but he kind of did say, right, he would either leave Red Bull or he's just gonna retire at this point if he's not happy with how things change.
Yeah, I think he seems like his contract might be up, so he's looking at options, and he is said over the last few months and year that he has more to do in life than just race a car, and he's very interested in his sim racing, enjoying spending time with his family, with his kid. He became a father this year. Along with that, he's also racing in the GT team along with the other things he does on the side. So, yeah, I think he might be on his way out if he does not find a team that could help him actually be at the front. So, I mean, Red Bull did do good in the last Grand Prix, and the Silverstone Grand Prix is next. So, let's see how they fare.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Okay, let's talk about the midfield battles before we get into the top teams. The midfield battle has been dominated by Red Bull, V-Carb, which is the sister team of Red Bull Racing. There's been the Haas boys who have kind of done well, but the surprise package this season has to be the Alpine. Pierre Gasly and Franco Colapinto have been doing excellent. Two teams that are probably going to make it to the finals of the World Cup too. Pierre Gasly from France and Colapinto from Argentina have been lighting up the almost every race, kind of qualifying in the top 10 or just outside the top 10. And if there's any disqualifications, getting some crucial points for the team and really giving some of even the guys and the top four teams, giving them a run for their money. Do you know what color the Alpine team has?
Green.
Pink. By
Pink.
the way, Pierre Gasly just went and he visited the deadly squad farm of Jeremy Clarkson just before the Silverstone Grand Prix.
Oh, did he?
Yes, he did. I
Doesn't
love that show.
doesn't Clark have cancer?
Yes, but he's recovering, and I think they caught it at the right time. So, yeah, yeah. Let's talk about the big teams. Big teams, you have Mercedes clearly outright favorites. Kimi Raikkonen, first 4 or 5 Grand Prix, like first in qualifying, first in the race. That young kid is really taken people by surprise because initially you're like, okay, he's too young. Can
Kimi
he actually
Räikkönen?
do this? Antonelli, Forza Italia.
Kimi Räikkönen. I'm the one who's low power.
Yes, I know. He really has surprised me, and I think he has the ability to win the championship and go the distance. And he's proven that by winning the Grand Prix consistently, even on days where some of them races went with him with luck, but the other races were pure performance. He was just the faster driver, and he proved it not just through strategy on track, making some clinical overtakes. And I really hope that he does well. And I wouldn't be surprised if he wins the title and he's one of the youngest racers to win that Formula One championship. And with the rocket of the car that Mercedes has created, it's just, yeah, I think it's clearly Russell or Antonelli who are going to win this championship unless one of the other teams really have a massive upgrade and can, really step up to the plate. I know Ferrari, as a Ferrari fan, as you know, and with your high IQ level, you found out that I'm a Ferrari fan. I really think they have the car. If they had the horsepower and they had the engine, apart from that, they've got the Macarena wing growing for them. Had some really good strategy calls, which is not very common or not used to as a Ferrari fan. And I think they have the drivers to do it. Lewis Hamilton seems to have come into his prime. Maybe it's side effects of having Kim beside him or not, but he is definitely seems like somebody who's ready to take on the challenge. He feels invested in the team because he's actually had a massive hand into developing the car in several aspects and seems like very well gelled in. He's got a couple of key members from his team back again working with him. So um, it looks like a promising season for Ferrari, but close second currently right now, I would say. But again, Red Bull and McLaren seem to have the edge on like conventional tracks which have high speed and long straights because Ferrari is amazing in slow speed circuits or where they have a lot of corners. But when it comes to high speed, I think they're one of the slowest teams out there. What do you think, Alan, about Ferrari's chances this year?
I think Hamilton always does well when there is a Formula One wag with him. He did well
Hmm.
when he had Nicole. I think when there's a woman behind him, I think he goes faster. So I think it's good. I'm excited to see Hamilton do.
What
Also,
if there's a woman in front of him, not just behind him?
then he runs faster.
Hmm.
I think no, on it in all seriousness, I think it's really cool to see Ferrari again, even in the conversation of like being the top team. It's not happened for a very long time. I think Antonelli is being super young, having so much pressure, so much riding for him, right? And so much to lose as well. He's doing really, really well for one of the rookies. It's crazy, and like you said, Mercedes has built this crazy car. It's so good that even people are talking about Russell now quite often, which is crazy. So I think, yeah, I'm excited to see what this whole competition between Mercedes and Ferrari. It's been years since this has happened. I think the last time was when Schumacher and I think Hamilton were there together. So it's a good time, I think.
Yeah, I think Russell has had some serious bad luck this season with his strategy, with his calls, with engine, with reliability issues. George Russell, everybody thought is going to be taking on that mantle of leadership after Lewis Hamilton left Mercedes, but he's not been able to live up to the expectation this season. Last couple of seasons, yes, but this season it seems like this Kimi Antonelli or shadow is all over him, and seemed he cut a really frustrated figure over the last couple of races. He got some points on the board and he got the victory in the last race, but I think this European stretch that Antonelli really suffered last season might be the opportunity for him to get back into the conversation about winning the title because he has the same car as him and he has the speed, he has the maturity, he's been in Formula One for a while, so you cannot count George Russell to mounting a comeback here, you know. So
Yeah, makes sense. It makes sense. I think for the final segment, let's do a rapid fire again, like we always do. What do you think?
sure, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Simple thing. I'll ask you questions, and you have to think fast. Whatever's in your head first.
Last time I got a lot of hate and comments that I wasn't fast enough, so I will try my best to be fast.
Okay. Which
I'm
team
almost
principal?
as ready as a Ferrari driver right now.
Okay, nobody cares. Which team principal would be the worst to have as your Uber driver?
Gunther Steiner.
Okay.
He's not a current principal though, but still I would say he would be the answer.
Which F1 driver would you likely forget their wedding anniversary?
I would likely forget which F1 driver I would likely forget, or he would likely forget his wedding anniversary.
Which F1 driver would most likely forget their wedding anniversary?
Fernando Alonso,
What is more reliable, Ferrari strategy or the weather app?
Ferrari strategy.
Okay, you'll just die on that hill.
Clown face emoji. Insert here clown face emoji.
Cadillac joins Formula One. What's their first challenge?
Driving, racing, finishing a race.
Makes sense. Audi's engineers walk into Formula One. What's the first thing they ask?
Why are there these four circles beside each other? Is this the Olympic symbol?
Is five circles? But okay. If Max Verstappen wasn't a F1 driver, what would he be?
Dictator. Make it pointy. Make it pointy.
Okay. What lasts longer, a Canadian summer or a F1 driver's patient behind a safety car?
F1 driver's patience behind a safety car because depends on who's behind it. But yeah, that could be really frustrating behind a slow safety car. Is that
Which
the end?
no,
The
which team radio would
slow fire question round.
which team radio would
The Ferrari radios are the best.
okay, anything specific?
Anything specific? A lot of
Yeah,
things come to mind. Is there the water? Water? There's water? There's a leak coming?
it
Oh
must be
man,
the
that
water.
it must be the water. Must be the water.
Okay, yeah, that's the end of the rapid fire.
No, you gotta ask me another question. What's Formula One's favorite song?
Oh, okay. Okay, last question. What is Formula One's favorite song?
Formula One can have a favorite song? No, but my favorite song is the one that they played Christmas. All I want for Christmas is you. It's by Mariah Carey.
Nice.
Or it's Friday then, it's Saturday, Sunday. What?
Not Smooth Operator?
No,
No.
Mariah Carey. She's the best.
Nice. That's the end of the rapid fire.
And on that bombshell, episode number 4 is done. Hope you guys tune in for another podcast. Like, share, subscribe, and go follow us out there. We need more followers on our pages. We have a lot of you guys tuning in, listening, watching our reels on YouTube, on Instagram, on Snapchat, on Facebook. Go follow us. Don't miss another episode. See you guys.
Bye.